What up, world? I'm up here washing some clothes. I gotta wash. I hate washing. I damn never want to go get a girlfriend just so she could wash my clothes. I could just drop my clothes off at the house and shit. You know what I'm saying? I hate fucking washing, man. I hate this shit. I don't know what it ain't nothing to it. I don't know what about it made me like it so much. That's what I'm doing, washing. And I see the news of Young Bleed. Rest in peace to the homie. I didn't know him or nothing, but Young Bleed was one of my favorite rappers, like straight up. Like I still ride around listening to Young Bleed. Young Bleed is in my top 10 for sure. You know what I'm saying? I had the Young Bleed era when Young Bleed was dropping them CDs back in the game. That was my era. Straight up, I used to ride around. That's all I had in the deck was Young Bleed. I'm just playing the whole CD, just letting it go. That's back when people buying CDs. Just putting the CD in there and just letting it go. You ain't gotta skip. You ain't gotta skip past the Proludes. You ain't gotta skip past nothing. You just put it in, let it go. That's the kind of art that Young Bleed was. You can just put his shit in, let it go. Like Pac or somebody. That's how Pac was. I mean on that particular thing. Pac CDs, even the older ones, strictly for my niggas and all that. You can just put the CD in and just let it go. You ain't gotta skip nothing or nothing. You can just let it ride. Like Bone Thug was like that. Bone Thug. You can just put that shit in and just let it ride. It's a few artists like that to where, you know, they artists. They make music. They make good music. Timeless music. That's why in that verses between No Limit and Cash Money, that's why No Limit was so, it seemed like No Limit was just so much better because they music is timeless. You know what I'm saying? Make them say, na 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 na, na 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 na. Bitch, I'm the colonel of the motherfucking tank. You at the big bank, I'm at the big bank. Third world hustler, na na na. What, nigga? That shit is timeless, nigga. That shit get you crunk. And then I don't even think they played none of the mystical shit. And mystical, oh man, the mystical era, y'all don't even know what it mean to be alive. Y'all youngsters that wasn't alive in the mystical era, mystical, mystical, people be hating on Silk, but Silk and Mystical was they rap style was kind of similar. It was the off beat, but on beat, off beat, but I'm gonna make it on beat. But Mystical just did it better than Silk. That's all, but they kind of had the same type of style. And what's so funny about it, all these youngsters, they be making fun of Silk and all that. Silk was one of my favorite rappers too back in that little No Limit era. But all these little youngsters that be making fun of Silk, now they doing the offbeat, they doing that style. They doing the Silk, the Shaka style now. That's how they rap. The young drill rappers and all that. That's how they rap. They do the Silk, the Shaka style. They just ain't gonna say it because everybody was hating on Silk the Shaka saying he wasn't this, he wasn't that. But shit, nigga, in that No Limit era, when Silk the Shocker album came out, nigga, I bought that on release date. Fuck is y'all talking about? Nigga, Silk was one of the hard Silk albums. Matter of fact, Silk albums was the ones that you can just put in and let go. You can just put Silk shit in too and just let it go. People was hating on Silk. Silk was going hard. I don't give a fuck. Silk was going hard. He was doing some shit before other niggas was doing it. A lot of people don't, when you doing some shit before other people doing it, a lot of times you don't get recognized for that. A lot of the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, but rest in peace to Bleed, man. You know? from the story that I read, say he had a brain aneurysm or something like that. Y'all ain't nobody getting out of this thing alive. You know what I'm saying? We all got our time. We all got our time. That's why we gotta make the best of this thing while we here. Make the best of this thing, and don't wait. We ain't waiting on no God or nothing to come save us or nothing. We're gonna save ourselves while we here. We're gonna live our best life. We're gonna we're gonna create heaven here on earth while we here. We're not gonna wait on no afterlife and all this type of stuff. That's another reason why I don't believe in that whole God concept. Cause it's kind of like forcing you into slavery. Cause it's making you think that you need to work and be some responsible adult or whatever your whole life, and the whole time you building somebody else shit. You making it to where somebody else can have their kids living in their heaven. Meanwhile, while you slaving, being they slave and shit, meanwhile they at the house, some big mansion and shit, fucking living life for real, for real. They having to work and shit too, but it's a business that they created that you work for. So they live in their heaven. They kids going to the best schools. They kids is going to whatever summer vacation they want to go to. They kids is living life how they want to live it. They safe. They ain't got to worry about no people shooting in the neighborhood all night and all this type of shit. Meanwhile, you the battery. You powering the whole shit. So I don't know, and I don't think that's how life's supposed to be lived. And I don't think people that be in those type of positions should be just super proud. Because what did you really build? You work for some company for 90 years. I'm not sitting there saying you shouldn't do that, because people live however they want to live. But what I'm saying is, you got to think, you got one life to live. You only got one. I mean, as far as we know, you might have more than one, but as far as we know, you got one life. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that you're meant to live that life being somebody's slave. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's a stepping stone to where you need to go, or a way to build capital for what you're trying to do, or a way to learn a trade, or learn this or learn that about business. But as far as just settling yourself into slavery for life, is crazy to me. Shout out to Young Bleed, man. That's one of my favorite artists. No bullshit. I got him in my playlist right now. I ride around listening to Young Bleed. Straight up. That's always been one of my favorite artists. Pound for pound, I don't think really nobody could fuck with Young Bleed. Nobody. None of the rappers. Maybe Slick Rick. Slick Rick will probably give Young Bleed a run for his money. Other than that, that's like, shit, I was saying the top 10, but to be honest, shit, Bleed, he up there with Pac. On my list, he up there with Pac. As far as like he's Bleed, when he rap, he's saying what he's telling you what he trying to say. He not just rhyming words together. That's what I like about Pac. Pac ain't just rhyming. Pac telling you what he trying to say. He's saying, okay, this is the thing I want to say to the people. Let me write it. Let me make it into a rhyme, a song. That's how Bleed is. This is what I want to say to the people, but I'm finna put it in song format. That's what I'm saying by they similar. You know what I'm saying? Like they paint the picture for you. You know what I'm saying? Slick Rick was the same way. Slick Rick painted a picture. When I first heard the Slick Rick music when I was a kid, I seen when he was saying, once upon a time not long ago, and lived like slow. And once was there an injustice too. Like they all too good. Or whatever. There was a little boy who was misled by another little boy, is what he said. I actually was picturing that in my head. Two little boys talking to each other. You know, we're gonna make some cash, robbing old folks and making a dash. I'm like, okay. I'm looking at like, okay, when the older boy talking to the younger, cause we seeing shit like this in the hood on a regular basis. That happens, you know. So we looking at, okay, they coming up with a plot. He went to his job, something came to be. He brought another in a brother, couldn't stop, like he had a disease. Let me go get my clothes right fast, cause I'm washing and shit. But nah, man, I I'm bleeding now. Bleed, sleep, read, pop. They storytellers. Um, who else? Uh, the E40. It's a few of them. You know what I'm saying? I would put in that category. Oh shit, I'm up here. Let's see. I'll not even drive. Just got a bunch of stuff. Let's see. For another round. Clothes not dry. I gotta send them another round. But no, man. A lot of wild shit going on in the news too. I saw another story about a guy done shot his son. They got into a fight behind the son's girlfriend or baby's mother or whatever. I don't know which one she is, but they got into it behind her. She called the father. I guess her and the son was getting into it. She called the father. The father pull up. The son and the father get into it, and the father ended up shooting the son. I was like, damn, that's wild. Like I don't know if I would shoot my son. I can't really imagine shooting like even if my son had a gun, even if it was him or me, I probably just let it be me. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I could shoot I really don't. I was thinking about that. I was like, damn, what if I could shoot my son if it was a situation like that to where he had a gun pulled on me, I had a gun pulled on him, and it was me or him type shit, would I be able to pop my son? And I thought about it and I was like, I wouldn't be able to pop. I probably just that just be how I get out of here then. And my son just had to deal with his consequences or whatever he got going on, because I don't think I would be able to pop my son. Especially if I'm coming over there they having an argument. I don't know. That shit must have went bad fast. Cause how I get to the gunfire part? I get it, you and your son get into a fight. That might happen. Y'all both men. With men, it could happen at any given time. That's the thing about being a man. We can get into a fight at any given time with any other man. It don't matter if it's your father, your brother, your homeboy, your stranger, whatever. Two men is always the fight is always there. You know, it's always fluttering in the background. You know what I'm saying? Like it's always like the fight energy. Even if you cool, you put in the public, right? And you walk by a stranger, y'all do the head nod or whatever. The fight is it's like flustering in the it ain't, and neither one of y'all really on that, but I'm saying it's there. You sizing each other up. You know what I'm saying? So that's how it is with men, period. So you can get into a fight with your son. I see how that makes sense. But pop him? Damn. That seems like a little extreme. I'm gonna pop my son. Nah, I don't know if I could do that. I probably run. If my son put a gun on me and was really going, I thought he was really finna try to shoot me, I probably run, just try to run, get away or something. I don't think I would shoot my babies. I can't imagine doing that. You know what I'm saying? Just popping your kid and shit. And then they say, the story say he popped him like 12 times. You over popped him. So you ain't just pop him. That's like you got that's like some Anna. You got some big. You pop somebody 12 times. If I pop somebody 12 times with a pistol, you know, that's you. You want them dead. You know what I'm saying? Like you wasn't trying to just stop them. You wasn't trying to stop them. You was trying to get them out of there. 12 rounds. You trying to get them out of there. So he trying to get his son out of there, and successfully did. And that's wild. I don't know. I don't think I'd be able to pull it off. Yeah, that's kind of wild. My babies, I gotta start talking to my babies more because last time I talked to my son, he talking about guns and this, that, and the third. I'm like, what are you talking about? Here we go. What are you talking about, son? I gotta talk to him some more. Like, cause it's easy for these kids to get caught up in this climate. You know what I'm saying? It's easy. They all think they tough and hard and all that. And they don't want, even if they ain't, they don't want nobody else to think they ain't. So it's that type of same shit when we was growing up though. We just didn't have, we had the guns and all that too, but it wasn't as prevalent. Us, it was more fighting and stuff going on than it was shooting and all that. So we had the same ego trip shit going on. We still ego tripping and shit. It just we'll fight about it and shit. You might get beat up, and it wouldn't be on camera when you got beat up. It wouldn't be on camera and shit. Or if you beat somebody up, it wouldn't be on camera. People just have to hear about it. Oh, you heard about what's name? What's name? Them got in the fight at the skating ring and shit. What's name? Whooped his ass. It'd be like word of mouth and shit. It wasn't no social media, none of that type of shit. Now it's different. You get your ass whooped now, your ass. You get your ass whooped now, your ass finna be on TikTok, World Star, Face. You finna be on all the platforms and shit, getting your ass whooped. So now they feel it's a worse feeling, I guess, when you get your ass whooped. It still should never really go to gunfire though, but the way this shit is going, they just trigger happy. They just fucking cowboys and shit. They don't give a fuck. They just a lot of them done gave up on life too. Their parents ain't shit. Don't care. They ain't got nobody to care about them and shit. Don't nobody care about them but the hood. And the hood have them out there doing some fuck shit. So that's where we at with it. And then they done turn all this drill shit into like, that's like the streets now. The drill shit. I'm like, damn, these youngsters is wild. You know what I'm saying? It's like you don't even be wanting to talk to them really. I be seeing these little youngsters in public. I be trying to, chat with them and shit, but they be, it's like they be dark and shit. You can tell they done got into some shit that they ain't supposed to get into. You can tell the ones that be on, because they be dark. They have a darkness about them. I hate that because they in that state not because of themselves, because of whatever conditions they were brought up in. So that's why they in that dark state and shit. Dark mind, don't mind dying. Don't mind killing or dying. You know what I blame though? A lot? The church, religion and all that. Because think of how most of this crime shit and all this bullshit be going on is money, is behind money. So just think about all the money that goes into the churches and all this type of shit. Think of how we can really be taking all that money and investing it into like some youth camps or something, or youth boot camps or something, you know, just some shit, you know, some shit to get these youngsters something to do, teach them how to do business, teach them how to make money without having to sell drugs, without having to do a whole bunch of extra shit. Teach them how to do music, how to produce, make beats. All that money we putting into the churches and all that, we could be having some type of education centers, all kind of different shit. I be seeing these big ass churches, big multi-million-dollar structures and shit. And I'm like, what is this? That's some goofy shit. You got all these people paying all this money into this bullshit when all this money could be going into the youth to get them off of this bullshit. The kids or the youth is our future. That's the future of us. We want them to be fucked up. That's dumb. So we want them to be fucked up. So it's like all this shit we talking about, black power and all this bullshit. That's some bullshit if we want the kids to be fucked up. So all this church money y'all putting into these churches and giving these pastors all this money, they buying Rolls Royces and all this type of shit. That shit is ridiculous. All that money could be getting funneled into some type of business centers, to finance businesses. You know, these kids be having these different business ideas and all that. We could be having some type of fund and finance black businesses versus financing some faggot ass pastors, Rolls Royce and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I blame the church. I blame the church for a lot of this bullshit that's going on because they siphoning so much money out of the black. You know how much money is going into that bullshit every year? You know how much money out of the black community? It's probably billions of dollars going into just the fucking churches. Churches and weave. If we can get a hold on those two things, we can have so much money going into some real shit. And I don't know what's up with women not liking their natural hair. Black women are fucking beautiful with their natural hair. Even when it's nappy. Even when they just got a regular old nappy afro, they still be pretty as hell. I don't know why they think they not. I don't know why they think we don't like their natural hair. Most men like natural women. If a man don't like you in your natural state, he don't even really fuck with you. Anyways, he fuck with your avatar. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna get off here though. I think I drank the coffee too fast. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna get off of here. I gotta go get my clothes and shit. Get ready to get on this slave day. I'm gonna get back on here in a minute though. I'm out.